Hello everybody, it's Thomas Borchert with Flieger magazine in Germany, guest reporting for AVweb. AOPA is aware of the rising cost of flight training just as well as everybody in the industry, and here at Oshkosh they're presenting a solution in that they have refurbished two Cessnas, a 150 and a 152, to new standards. And we're talking to AOPA President Mark Baker to tell us more about the concept.
Well, we look at the 150, 152 as a J3 of our generation. Most people that flew in the 60s, 70s, 80s, in some cases even the 90s, probably got some exposure to a 150, 152. Most people would say it was a great flying airplane. Very safe. There's 12,000 of these units out there. The conversation is really about saying we can find a way you can fly. 152, Uniform Charlie, you can fly. To try and be inspirational about getting people back in aviation by reminding them for 5 gallons an hour or so, you can have a lot of fun. And I believe one of the reasons I enjoy small airplanes, you push them out of the hangar, you go for a 20-minute ride, 30-minute ride, you fly more often because it's easier and it's fun. And you can take somebody with you if you want to go at a very low cost. And that's part of the narrative that we think AOPA has to bring to the market. AOPA underwrote buying 3 of these things from AVweb, Afton, Wyoming, recognize them as probably the Husky builder, with the idea that they're an aircraft manufacturer. They know what it takes to manufacture an airplane, in this case remanufacture an airplane. The proof of concept is really say, if there are people that are interested for adding a plane to their flying club, we can get the financing in place, insurance in place that can support this kind of a purchase. And we think AVweb's done a great job in this. So we'll be moving these 3 little Yellowbirds around the country and talking to the public, people in flying clubs, people who have left aviation for whatever reason, and say you can fly, you can get back into it as part of a group, a partnership, or a club, and fly very affordably. And again, the idea is that we're not in the aircraft manufacturing business, that's not what we do, but we want to take the narrative to the public. Well, this one will probably go back to Frederick because we'll have our Frederick fly-in. Hopefully we'll have one on the West Coast by the time we get to our Chino fly-in later this year, hopefully the second one. And we haven't fully laid out all the marketing plans of how we're going to use it, where we're going to use them. But I think if you think about where we can show up at flying clubs or formations of flying clubs, introduce them to this, rusty pilot programs that we're putting on around the country, these things should be there. I can't argue that you can go buy a good 172 today for a lot less than this cost. But it's probably not had new wiring, new plexiglass, and really gone through from an end-to-end perspective, because it costs a lot of money to go through that. So I recognize some people say I can buy a good 150 and 152, and we encourage that. It's a really good idea. But if you want something that's pretty new, that'll run to TVO plus, that's the best way we can see doing this. And you compare it to an LSA of a lot of different varieties, or today, what a new piston production airplane, it's a lot less expensive than anything else in the market. What I hope is to have a lot of conversations with others to say, where should we go from this, assuming it works? We're out to first off find out if there's a demand in the public. Is there a demand for this kind of product for flying clubs or partnerships to have something that they feel new about? And if that continues, I can see it can go to a lot of places.